Hey YouTube, it's Great Fails Montana. I'm doing videos again, and I wanted to focus on what the end of my last channel was trying to focus on, which is not just my own ideals, but branching out to others. And today I have a deck profile as my first video in light of that. And I'm sorry for being gone for so long, but I'm going to be bringing you some good content because I'm surrounded by this great talent. So get ready to see the first video on this new channel and this guy's first regional top. So Chaz, tell us about your deck.
Alright, so this past weekend I decided that I was going to play Metalfoe, Zoo, Kozmos for the usual. 60 card, no lawn mowing.
What would you call the deck if you had to give it a name? Not just list all those archetypes.
Just list off all the names, you know. Sounds a lot more intimidating. Kozmo, Metalfoe, Zoo.
Alright. Yeah, I can agree with you on that.
And I've definitely I had a lot of experience playing like Metalfoes, Kozmos, Metalfoe Kozmos, Metalfoe Zoo, Zoo Kozmos. So I just figured, throw them all together. Alright, so got the Metalfoes first. Maxed out on Metalfoes, you got 15 Metalfoes. They all do the same thing. Pop a face-up card, set a Metalfoe spell trap from your deck. Really helps you get started off with all your combos because almost every card in your deck either searches or special summons or just some kind of.
So 15 of those is necessary.
Yeah, definitely. I was almost going to play 3 Painful Decision, so that almost roughly a third of my deck was Metalfoes, but I don't know. I don't want to see 2 Painful Decision ever in the same turn because it's just one deck card in your hand. We got Triple Bumboku. It was pretty good as not only just being able to search Kieran, not being able to be targeted, attack over Drydet, but also even it being a 5 scale and me playing a lot of high level monsters, it allowed me to have an extra scale. I mean, or search for Kieran if I needed to, and be able to set up even larger scales, but most of the time I was even able just to scale to 5 and special summon some 6s and 7s. For Kozmos, we got 1 Tin Can, 1 Straw Man, 1 Farm Girl, and 1 Dark Lady. Not as many pilots as I play ships because I'm able to pendulum summon them out. And mostly I want to pendulum summon out a ship and either pop it to go into Tin Can or Dark Lady first turn. And then these guys are just here for later turns. Farm Girl really helps with a couple OTKs that the deck has. Then we got 2 Slip Rider, 1 Landwalker, 1 Forerunner, and 1 Dark Destroyer. I played 2 Slip Rider because it was my only form of back row destruction. I wanted to play something that had multiple purposes, not something that just blew up back row. I mean, I draw this, I can pendulum summon it out, pop it, special summon Tin Can if I could draw it going first or going second. If I don't think I'm playing anything that's artifact-ish, you know, I can pop some back row. That's it for Kozmos. I only play 9 Kozmo monsters in the main deck. I really didn't have too much room for a big Kozmo engine, but I feel like it was enough. And then we have 3 Rat, 1 Whiptail for the Zoo monsters. I was going to play either Bearman or Black Sheep with a Fusion Recovery combo to be able to dig deeper since I'm just pendulum summoning anyway. I could waste a normal summon. But I figured out this was a lot better because, I mean, you could either protect the Trident or next turn after they get over my big board full of floaters, I could summon out a Whiptail to get over whatever problematic card they had with Trident. And then I also played triple Terratop, Doc Temborg, help get into the Zoo engine or either make Totem Bird. Triple Bobaboon. I took this deck to the Spokane Regional last weekend, and I didn't do nearly as good, and I'd like to think that it was highly due to the fact that we didn't have Bobaboon. This card is just amazing in this deck. It goes with so many other cards in the deck, and I mean, it can make Invoker, it can make Break Sword. It really just helps out.
It's a good Emerald target, too.
Oh, yeah. We also got 2 Maxis, and that's going to be it for monsters. I have 41 monsters in the main deck. And then for spells, got triple Barrage, triple Cosmo Town. Opening up these cards is just amazing. Like, it's the goo to get them to do together. And then we got 2 Painful Decision. It just helps play more Metalfoes. 1 Metalfoes Fusion and 1 full Metalfoes Fusion. Just necessary. If you open up a lot of Metalfoes, this really helps for being able to do stuff on your opponent's turn. And then we also have Terraforming and Raigeki. I feel like you have to play Raigeki right now. I mean, it's Zoo format. And that is 12 spells. And then we have 2D Barrier, Zoo format. One advantage is emptiness, because, I mean, I can use it to stop my opponent on their turn, pop it with Metalfoe on my turn. We got Torrential Tribute. It's really good with playing the Kozmos, playing the Boba Boon. It's really good against Zoo. They go off and just blow up all their shit. We have One Solemn Warning. It's in there, really good. Going first, I sided it out when I went second. It was just there for just another target or another card to decide out when I go second, as well as Herdeki. And then I also played one combination, one counter, just to help get to the Metalfoes.
No strike?
No strike. I was gonna play strike, but I figured, like, I mean, it's only really good when you go first. I don't want to see it going second at all, because, I mean, I want to see more monsters to be able to get over big boards. And, I mean, even going first, I just want to be able to set up a big board. Because, I mean, playing the Kozmos and the Metalfoes, even if I get, like, Dark Hole or Kaiju Slumbered, I still have a bunch of, like, reoccurrence that can happen. So, I mean, that was one thing I did like about this deck this weekend, was, like, even when I did get Dark Hole or Yugitube or whatever, like, I still had to come back, because I had all the Kozmos and the Metalfoes.
Yeah, it gives you a huge advantage on those matchups.
Oh, yeah.
Because they only have so many outs in Zoo.
Yeah.
Regardless of what variant.
Torrential or whatever. I can just pendulum something. Like, if I haven't pendulum someone in the turn, like, that's something I would do, is I'd, like, get off all the Zoo stuff, and then they'd hopefully stop it because they didn't know what I was playing, and then I'd just set up scales and be able to go off so much more.
Wow.
For side deck, we got triple Artifact Lancia.
Wait, so that's 60 cards?
Yeah, 60 card main deck, no that grass.
Okay.
Got triple Lancia, definitely one of the most cited cards this weekend. Definitely just super good against Infernoids. I wish I would have saw it against Infernoids, but I think I might have seen it like one time. We got triple Ghost Ogre, really good going second against Zoo. 2 Dark Hole, really good going second against a lot of stuff. I actually had a game where I had sided in 2 Dark Hole against Zoo and opened up Dark Hole and Raigeki, and I Raigeki, assuming he was going to have some kind of, like, My Body is a Shield or something. Didn't, and then I was later in the turn able to just Boba Boon, shuffle it back into the deck for a better card. And then we got 2 Magic Deflector. Second most cited in card, ironically. I was actually going to take it out for some Solemn Strikes, and then first round I ended up playing Infernoids, and I signed it in, ended up coming in pretty clutch. Stopped him from playing for like one whole turn because he wasn't able to do too much. I still ended up losing, but I mean, slowed him down for a turn. We got 2 Chain Disappearance, going first against Zoo, or Invoked. I never really ended up signing it in that much because, I mean, I would usually end up winning my first game. So, I mean, I cited it in once or twice going into game 3, but I don't know, I feel like it wasn't too troublesome of a matchup to begin with. I mean, no one was really, I don't know, I had a lot of main decked outs for going in, I mean, like, going first, my deck was really good to set up against Zoodiac boards or Invoke boards or whatever. So we got triple Full House. I didn't end up setting this in at all, but I always like to be prepared for the matchup that's going to have a bunch of back row. I mean, popping my 2 face-ups isn't even really hard at all. I mean, I'll always have the requirements for it. I mean, most of the time I'll even get pluses off of my own cards. And then for extra deck, we got 1 Outcast. So if you open up too many Metalfoes, it's really good to be able to do something on your opponent's turn. 2 Orichalc, really good for baiting out Trident, because, I mean, they don't want to pop it. They're just going to float. Orichalc. This was really clutch in the Infernoid matchup, because I don't have anything to get over those 2800 attackers, so this is what I had. I had to Fusion Summon Orichalc and then, like, Suicide and be able to pop one of their back row or whatever. And then we had MX Saber Invoker, just start the Zoo combo. We had Grand Pulse. I ended up not going into this all that often. Or I don't think I made it at all this weekend, actually. I'm probably going to take that out for something else in the future, but I mean, ideally, it was just good going second. If I draw Terror Top, to be able to beat up some back row. But I mean, Breaksword does that just as well, honestly. And I mean, he's just a lot more versatile because he can pop monsters, so I'm not sure about that. But then we also had Totem Bird. Really good. You draw Terror Top and Boba Boon. You can go into Invoker and Totem Bird in the same turn. Really good.
Wow.
So we got Dagos Emerald just for the Zoodiac combo. It's pretty good. Castel for going second if I open up the Zoodiac combo, or if I just need to maybe get rid of like an anti-spell or something that's going to slow me down. And then we got Zoodiac extra deck monsters. We got Orbo, Tiger Mortar, Broadbowl, and then 2 Trident. I played the second Trident for the Whiptail. And yeah, 60 card, no lawn mowing. I ended up playing like 2 Infernoids, I think 2 Pure Zoo, Kozmo, extra deck Monarchs, and then some like really crazy like normal monster, not that good Shrink, Magic Cylinder, Scrapbrand Scarecrow deck. That was after I lost my first round to Zoodiac Infernoids.
Hey, round 2 after you lost.
Yeah, always the best.
Right. All right. So, what was your record?
I ended up going 5-2.
Awesome. And so you ended up getting 10th place. And what were the other decks that were kind of around your level? Like what you were playing the last couple of rounds?
The last round, I actually ended up playing Kozmo Artifacts, which was, I'm sure it had a lot better matchups against more of the decks that had a lot more like extra deck focused thing. But I mean, it was really easy for me to play around. He actually didn't get any artifacts up against me. I had to ask him what he was playing. I assumed he was playing like Card of Demise Cosmos, because he just would end up playing Cosmos and then setting a bunch of cards.
So you drew like all his artifacts.
He probably did draw all
his
artifacts.
And his sanctums.
Like, all right.
That's why I don't like the artifact engine. You draw sanctums and fucking scythes, and you're like, oh, great. I play only so many artifacts in this. Anyway, so thank you, Chaz. This is a great video. You did like an amazing job with this deck, dude. It was pretty impressed when you were going over the deck list before and when you first built it. So,
can I ask a question?
What's up?
Would you recommend lawn mowing? Is lawn mowing a possibility in this deck?
No.
No.
I mean, you don't really have anything that is.
But you play like 3 Call of the Haunted. Would that be? Okay. So there you have it, folks. His deck and why he didn't play lawn mowing. It's pretty beast.
Oh, I also wanted to mention that playing the 60 cards really threw a lot of people off. They automatically assumed going in I was playing lawn mowing, so I had 2 games where they actually let me start because they wanted me to thin my deck so that they could lawn mowing on their turn to build as many cards as possible.
Oh, wow. Then, so even when you lost the die roll, they're like, here you go.
Yeah, so like the first game, they let me start, and I just ended up like pendulum summoning like some Cosmos, and they were just like, okay, it's not a lawn mowing deck.
Right.
So that was pretty good.
All right, cool, dude. Well, can't wait till next time when you top again. Get top 8 this next time.
Oh, yeah.
We're planning on going to Seattle, right?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. See you later.